Hi guys. Oh, let me mute. I better mute my stuff, huh?
Yeah, definitely mute.
Surprise
I might
echo.
pull it up because I got to read this pattern. I'm not even going to be, I'm just going to try to catch the chat here at the bottom.
Luckily, there's no one here right now.
We've only gone 27 seconds ago, so they probably haven't seen it yet.
Hey, I'm just saying, in your last one, there's people like dying to wait around. So
Well, but they had pre-warning. We gave them like 2 seconds notice.
that's true.
Just saying. It's all good. I can hang out with just you. I'm fine.
That's what
So
I
I'm
expected to be like anyway. To be honest.
right. Okay. I got to figure out a comfortable position where I can also be in the light. I feel like my neck needs to pop.
Hi, Ivy B Creates. Hi, Kay. How are you guys doing?
Hello, ladies. Hi, hi. Oh, hello, hello, Michael. How are you?
Hi, MBL.
What is everybody working on tonight? You know the drill.
Sorry, I was still working on getting the live up because it's easier to read there.
Doing pretty good. I'm not. I don't know if any of y'all were at my live Thursday with Heather, but I'm no longer blinded. The medicine has worked. Swelling has gone down, so I'm going to attempt to actually crochet while on here tonight instead of pretending. Nice, nice.
Ooh, working
A
on
lot
stitching
of
tutorial.
work.
I need to get my lazy butt working on some of those.
I'm going to show what I'm doing since we have people in here. So I am working on my Farahon shawl. I'm doing an extension on it because like 5 people wanted it to grow. There we go. 5 people wanted theirs bigger. So I have never been able to find where to say in the pattern because it's triangular and constantly growing. I've never been able to find where to you could just say go back to row whatever and repeat from there as big as you want. I couldn't find it. And I thought I'd found it, but then I didn't find it because I started crocheting it and I got to a point where I couldn't just go back and repeat. So I had to go find another spot in the pattern where it would line up again to start again. So I ended up writing out an extension on this and I'm testing it. So I had run out of yarn when I did this. So I know my light's not that great out here, but you can tell, especially in this light, the color change. But I'm gonna make it work. This is what I do. I do not go buy or order more yarn or anything. I will just find yarn that I feel like works with it and I will blend it in. So let me show y'all something. Gosh, I wish my light was better. Let me try one thing. Maybe that'll help. Okay. So the yarn that I'm using like right here is totally different than the yarn that I'm using down here. But it's like a few tones lighter. So I think that it kind of makes it look like it's starting to fade as
It
it
does.
goes. So I'm like, I think this might really work out really good. But that's how I do it. I do like yarn roulette all the time and I run out of yarn and then I patch it together.
Beautiful.
And thank you, thank you. Oh, Kaylin's working on her Stranger Things.
I'm
Nice.
dying to know what she's doing too. I can't wait.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Michael. I'm very proud of it. Like, I love the new color. I like wish I had done it in this color the first time. I really, really do. Let's get back here, and I'm actually going to put some stitches in. I'm at this point where it takes me 45 minutes per row, and it's still growing. But hopefully, I'll be done before it takes me like over an hour. I think I have about 6 hours more to do just to finish testing what I wrote up. So at the rate that I'm going, we'll see if I can keep up the pace. Maybe not. And obviously, I chose tiny yarn.
You?
Yeah. Like, I don't even need scissors. Okay, it breaks. I'm just go boop. Heather's already putting me to shame. Y'all know she crochets so fast.
With my granny squares, yeah.
Right. Doesn't matter what it is. You're still crocheting faster than me. Okay, I'm gonna show you crochet.
Last week you put me to shame like crazy though. You had a whole piece done.
Right, because I was faking it. That doesn't count. It was all a lie. 1, 2, 3.
We're ending the end of this blanket though, because I was looking at the stuff and I was already looking that I had to ball up these because they're getting so floppy and everything.
Oh
These
yeah,
yarn.
definitely. Oh yeah.
And then
yeah.
this one
That's
is
like
comparatively tinier.
level. Look at him. Yeah, that's like you can't move it level.
Yeah.
I don't like when it gets like that because one move and it could be a tangled mess before you know it.
Right. So like I'm thinking maybe I just started this row, so maybe like I don't know. It'll finish out this row maybe, and then we'll see where we're at with it. I don't know.
I like it. Just go to where you can.
I think it would already be a size lap blanket.
Huh?
It would already be maybe a pretty good size lap blanket, and there might be enough for a border then.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be good. It's just it's dangerous what you're doing because you're doing join as you go.
Yeah.
You know, that would not work out for me. Y'all know I would get like I would have like 1 square left or 2 squares left, and I'd run out of yarn. That's how that would go for me.
On my part, and go, what yarn do I have that kind of looks good enough to go in here?
Right? When you make all the squares up and then join them, that's where you can do stuff like that. Because that's what I did on the last granny square blanket that I did. I did not have enough yarn, but I made that work because I did all the squares and then I did a join afterward. So I mixed in the messed up colors.
Which is still fine, because I mean, as long as I'm not sewing, that's fine, because I can still do my,
Right.
You know what I'm about to say. I just have to pull the right blanket out. Like, I'm sure you know where I'm going with it.
Yep. But I'll let you go there. You take us on the journey.
Let me just not create a mess.
Oh, but that's so much more fun.
Like, that one's the continuous join version of this join.
Uh-huh.
And it's the same,
Right.
it may not be join as you go, but it's still continuous join, where you still have, you do all the blues first, but then this blue is continuous. And that's I have a tutorial for.
Right.
Where I link everything. So I did do all the blues on this one.
I like that one a lot, the way it came out. Hold it up higher so I can see more of it. Yeah. Yeah, I really like that. I
This
like
was
that.
actually
I like how it turned out.
this is a movie marquee blanket challenge. Yeah, this was for Free Guy.
Y'all don't have to talk, but I'm just making sure. Am I missing chat? Like, if y'all don't want to talk, that's fine.
Yeah,
But
my chat is completely. Everybody's like, "Yep, no."
okay, that's fine. That's fine. We don't mind. I just want to make sure. I don't want anybody to think we're ignoring them while we sit here and talk away.
But
You know what?
two people joined. Hi to the people.
Let me see. What are you doing there? What are you doing? Oh, wait.
Hi, Dean. Thank you. He loves my shirt.
Nice, nice.
I think that's pretty much all I wear is Stranger Things shirts nowadays. My constant wardrobe.
Yeah, that's your comfy clothes.
It is.
I'm just wearing a shirt that says OG because I'm an old girl. That's why. Old gal, that's all. Look away, Michael. We do not
Yep,
mind.
you can lurk. That's all good.
That's what I usually do in lives. I'm a creepy lurker all the time. Or I'll wait
Ew.
to the very, very, very end, and then I'll finally like say hi and bye to everybody. But I've been there the whole time. It's actually working out. I'm crocheting. Can't believe it. The good thing about this is I actually know the pattern like really well by now. So it's sort of like Granny Squares to me. I just gotta pay attention and line stuff up.
What did I do? And so you say that. Did you see me just staring at this thing? Look, I don't know if
I
you
did
can
see you staring a second ago.
this random
what
bump right here. I'm like,
what did it do?
what did I do?
Oh no, Crochet Club is failing you, girl. Crocheting worse instead of better.
That's a first for me in a while.
Yeah. You never mess up. That's my job here. I like
And
to
I'm
say
over now that I've found the mistake. I'm like, what did I actually do?
I still haven't figured out what I did on that knitting from, a couple of lives ago. I still don't know. So I feel your pain. You'll probably figure it out though.
Hi, Ellie. I'm all loud. I
Oh
get
yeah.
excited. Hi.
That's also my job. Come on, girl. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. We like to be nosy and know what you're working on. Feel free to share. We both failed because we were going to try to get on themed where we have like a topic that we're talking about. And if you have seen any of the other lives, you know that Heather has been struggling with learning to say her new favorite obsession, which is Appalachia, also
It's
known as the Appalachian. I
it's
think
like my
that
new
might be.
everything right now. I like want to hear all the like monstery stories, and I know there's some good stories out there.
Yeah, and there's like things that's like I don't know, like culturally in the area, like the broomstick, the brooms by the doorway. Have you heard that one? Or the bottle tree? Usually it's blue bottles is what I've seen.
I mean, I
I
haven't
just
heard it like a culture thing with brooms by the doorways, but with like witchcraft stuff, there's like that's the thing with witches too. Is like you keep a broom because they sweep away
all the
like
bad
the
stuff.
yeah, that's a witch
Yeah.
thing.
So
So
same thing in Appalachia. That's one of the things, and you find that a lot in the South, like in general.
yes, you do, Dean. By the way,
Absolutely. And might I suggest mosaic crochet? It's for everyone. With my bad lighting, you can't really see what's going on, but
so they do that a lot in the south. You said I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Ellie's saying that she just started a granny stitch poncho for her niece, and she's almost done with the collar and continuing on to the body. That's very nice. How what size are you having to make it, Ellie? I hope small, so it's really quick. But the broom, it's I'm gonna forget words because I'm on camera, so that's what I do. But um, the I don't know. I can't remember exactly what the broom is made of, but it's just a little very basic, and you see them in decor like straw, like a straw broom,
Mhm.
and just straw tied to a stick or whatever. So those are hung by the door to keep the bad spirits away. Mostly, it's to keep witches away. Is the way it's always been told to me. Yeah, you're offended. Even of a good witch.
Hurtful.
But that is a thing. And then the bottle tree. Now, the bottle tree, I know that it's another warding thing, and possibly like the ghosts or the witches, they get confused and go up in the bottle and become trapped. So you put this like bottle tree out in your yard. You put bottles on it. So that's another one. And that's one, I mean, I've seen these things like when we've been up in the area further, but you also see it bleeding down into the south further than Appalachia. So
Okay.
those are like things that I know. And then from like folklore and stuff, I know that like the Cherokee had several different things they believed lived out in the woods, spirits, entities, and stuff. And it's like the Moon Eyed people was one. But I don't know enough details to really dig into it. But that's what we're
The
trying
little.
to come up with. Like we would do like a topic like that for one of them and dig into different stories and just tell stories and all. So we're working on it to get more together.
I definitely want to talk about mimics.
Hmm.
Oh, they creep me out.
Right. Because is it or is it a mimic? You never know.
I know if something comes around with my voice and it ain't me, I mean,
Right. Never know.
oh. And I don't think like a mimic is something. I don't think that they're strictly like related. Not related. They're not tied to like one area, right? That's not like an Appalachia thing.
No,
Appalachia,
that's anywhere.
Appalachia,
Keep on. You said it first. The first way. Appalachia is how I say it, but I'm from the South.
Appalachia,
Yeah. Yeah.
Appalachia. Hi, baby. Maverick returns. Hi, baby. He just came back from
And
a
then
laundry.
to me, like when I'm saying Appalachia, I'm talking about like the people, the area and stuff. But if we're talking about the mountain, I would say either what is this? I would call the Appalachian Mountains. So I say Appalachia for the area and the people and stuff, and Appalachian for the mountain or Appalachian for the mountain. There's like a couple ways that it's acceptable to say. And then there's fancy ways to say it too.
All of which Heather has butchered.
Right. But like I don't know, like I do know that a lot of people will tell you that like scariest part about that is the people in the area. Not really anything to do with animals or spirits.
or others.
That's what's dangerous with people.
I think that's true a lot of places.
He said we call them inbred.
Yeah, I was just letting you talk, and I was like, I'll let Courtney get to that comment in a second.
Oh my goodness. Excuse me, y'all. That was a good one. Like the hills have eyes. We're gonna insult people. I better shut up. Not trying to insult anybody, but yeah. Not really the case, but yeah. I
Well,
know there's
anyway,
a documentary that I want to see, which it's not supernatural, but there's a documentary and it involves the Appalachian Trail. With his name was Mostly Harmless.
oh yeah, I've seen. Well, I don't know if I've seen the same one, but I've seen some stuff on him.
There's a documentary. It looks fairly new. I don't know when it was released, and I can't remember which streaming service it's on. But I came across it today when I was trying to do like a little bit of research, but then I got distracted by work stuff here, so I didn't really get into it. But I do want to watch that. But I think that's just more of a crime thing.
Night, Ellie. Thanks for coming.
Good night. Have a good night. Thank you. So I don't know. We'll get our stories together. We need to do like a dedicated summer ween episode.
For real.
Look at me actually crocheting, y'all. I've made it
Yeah.
this far.
I've
Look at me.
almost work had to pull out.
It's working out good. So have you been good? Have you gone through any more yarn?
This line gone through?
Well, that's true. It could be a couple ways. I mean, like separated and decided like what you may want to be parting with.
I'm gonna do some more of that tomorrow.
Okay.
Actually, I was already thinking about that.
So that's a no. I understand. I keep saying that I'm going to go through and I'm going to, get Charlie to get that tote down for me that I can't even remember what's in it.
Mhm.
But,
You should do a video.
obviously,
Like, look what's in my coat.
yeah. I know when I see it, I'll probably remember some of it. But it's a surprise a lot of times.
I have like two totes that are. I mean, they're not unreachable actually, but they're on the shelves that are back here behind the store. That are they're basically hidden behind posters, just so they're the ones that are within doggy reach, basically. So the
Right.
posters are so that they cannot be within doggy reach, and they're
Right.
like I said, completely reachable. They're basically on the floor, but they're not noticeable so much. And I've literally thought about like, let's see what's in the tote, and I'll just do a video on it or something, so like we can all see what's in the tote, because like it'll be
Right.
surprising too, because I don't know what's in it anymore. Like,
We can all be surprised together. That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a video like that. I might as well. It'll make
like,
me like hold me accountable to actually doing it.
it'll be like getting in a yarn shipment, you know? Like I forgot
Right.
to.
When I had it packed in so well underneath the stairs,
Mhm.
in the dedicated cabinets that were built for yarn, but they're 3 feet deep or so. So I mean, I had 3 to 4 stacks, depending on what type of yarn it was, in each shelf. So it was really packed in there, so you could only see the first layer. And once you started digging in there. I mean, it was just so much yarn. And I'd forget what was back there, or I would think I do have more, and then I'd go digging, and I didn't want to move it all out. I just didn't because, like once I started doing that, like it just really expands or something. I don't know, and it's like the whole couch gets full of yarn, and I turn around and I'm like, what have I done? So I would just literally get a flashlight head thing, the headlamp, and
Mhm.
I'd put on a headlamp, and I would like part the yarn and like start digging in there, and I'd peek and peer. Sometimes for the very, very back stuff, I would just shove my arm in at different levels because it would be like 4 high and 4 deep. And stick my arm into the back and just like feel around. And because I was looking for something specific, I would like try to do it by feet and find and pull out. I would get the wrong stuff all the time. I'm like, oh no. So like spelunking, but with yarn. I miss
Can do
those
it.
days
Do
because
it.
it's so fun. Now I have to lift the couch. And I don't like doing that. I don't like that at all. Not fun. I have to move the coffee table, the whole thing. I want to get to where I don't have yarn under the couch. In the cubby that's actually supposed to be my couch turns into a bed. So the compartment underneath, like when you lift the part out and extend it, the
Uh-huh.
compartment is for the pillows on the back of the couch to go in there, and you would, in theory, have sleeping pillows and a sheet set and a blanket in the storage compartment. So when you go to convert it to a bed, you bring out your bedding and then put the pillows that are the backrest away. That's
Mhm.
what it's actually for. I have it stuffed with yarn, and you
And
have to,
well, when you have yarn.
right? I have to actually sit on it. If I go in there and I fluff up the yarn too much, I I need like 2 people because we each have to sit on an end to get it to go all the way back down. So I don't have room to talk on how much yarn someone has is my point. I'm just trying to support you in your quest.
See, I was choosing to take your question as going through a meeting using up, and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Like
Right, right. Well,
in
I
front
know
of
that
us.
you're doing that because I've seen it for the last 2 weeks. We've been doing this and we're doing good, keeping up. And I see what you're doing. You're doing fabulous.
Thank you. Like I've pretty much been shopping from home from all my stuff. I mean, I'm just saying, we've been going through quite a
Good, good,
bit.
perfect. That's exactly what you want to do. That's
Except
great.
for those damn neon yarns that keep coming out. My downfall.
Yeah, that's your kryptonite, man. You got to stay away from it. Okay. I mean, when was the last time? Because I feel like it comes in waves with yarn like that. How many years ago was the last wave of neons? Because I know it's happened before. Because I remember there were several people that were really into the neons. Like you had them, Jennifer over there had them, somebody else was super into them, and then Antoinette from Hooking and Stitching, she made a whole neon blanket. So I'm trying to think because I feel like they come out with these in waves, and we just forget maybe.
Oh, somebody else that crochets like me. Shannon in
Oh,
Arizona, by the way.
wow. Hello, hello, and wow.
And hi, Manuela. It's the first time she's seen one of my lives, one of our lives. Then
Yay, yay, yay.
um, since we've done the lives, this is what like the third person that said they've seen or that somebody's like has crocheted like them.
Yeah, I want to say that this is now the third person. Like,
Hi.
we're starting to find y'all. Y'all are out there. I really had never seen it before you. Like, I was like, what in the world's going on here? It was distracting. The first time I ever seen it, I was like,
But we're still a minority. I mean, compared to how many people crochet.
true.
Um, oh, but your question. I'm sorry. Hirschner's, I think, had the last wave of neon. It was Hirschner's,
Okay.
but I don't
What was
remember
that?
if it
3, 4
was
years
last
ago?
or if it was the year before that.
Feel like they keep popping up. So there'll be more, is my point to that. And hi, Deborah. Thanks for coming in. Manuela, Sharon, or Shannon, I'm sorry. We were talking about you, and how you crochet, but I didn't say hello, I don't think. So, hello. There'll be more neons. There will be.
There will.
Have you used up all of your neons that you already had?
I have hoarded it. I'm gonna lie, I've hoarded it. I will, and Samantha from Amethyst Craftworks brought up a really good point. Um, Hi, Deborah Spins, and she likes your laugh too, by the way. um, um, she brought up a really good point with Hirschner. At one point, she could have swore, and I also could, that they said it was a limited time, like a limited edition. And I am with her. I swear at some point they had said that. Which it's still not. It's still available, like readily available. They no longer say limited edition, so there's no fear anymore of it. But
Right.
I think at first, like that's why I had ordered like I think I ordered 4 of each one. I still don't have all the colors, but like of the ones I wanted. And then I just like was like, oh no, I'm not going to use them right now because like for the longest time I had that whole like save them and look at them thing.
Yeah. And I understand that because guilty of that many times. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
so guilty. At my regular house, I had a yarn wall and I had it positioned so that I could keep that bedroom door open. And it was right off
Mm-hmm.
the living room, and I could walk past it and looking at my yarn. And I did it all the time. I just walk in the room and I'd look at my,
Like my
but
whole
people do that.
landscape wall. On the way to bed, I'm like squish my landscape so it makes me happy and like so like no, I got to use it or get rid of it or whatever.
Right,
But like
right. I just know that that's a marketing ploy, and that's all it was. And I've seen it with other yarns that I was like drooling over, but their price tag was like way over my budget. And so I kept like stalking websites, like looking at it and looking at it. And 3 years later, that yarn's still there. It don't say limited edition anymore, but same color, same everything. I'm just saying. I was like, if I would have fell for that, I've been so mad because it was like $27 a piece or something. It was like crazy expensive yarn.
which is like okay with like maybe if it had been like a
It
hand
wasn't.
dyed yarn, hand dyer
It
or
wasn't
something,
hand dyed.
it would
Hand dyed is different.
right.
That
So like
I
at least
can
on
understand.
crazy, Samantha saw it too or whatever, and it did say it at one point. So
Right. You were not crazy. It was just a marketing ploy.
it is hard to use the cake, Deborah, which is definitely why I started the whole Great Fiber Cake Off thing, just to try to inspire everybody to start going through them and using them and seeing, seeing something to do with them
Yeah,
because it is hard.
it is. And I need to do the same thing. I have a couple of cakes that I haven't done anything with, hanging on to them, and shouldn't be.
It is okay to be different, Manuela. Whatever is the most comfortable.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. There's really no right or wrong way. Like with any of these crafts, the way you hold something, the way you do it is whatever's comfortable and works for you. It's just amazing to get to see all the different styles and stuff. Like
Right.
there's so many. There's so many styles of how we do it. Anything more? Has anybody had a neck light? Like, is there a good one? Because I really think I need to invest in one. I don't want to buy junk. But great.
I think um Krista from the Secret Yarnery has one posted on some of her videos from
Okay.
Amazon.
I'll definitely check her out. I prefer tried and tested by somebody who really uses it. I do not want it.
I use like a clip, like instead of a neck light one, mine's like a. I think mine was advertised as like a book light or something, but it's like it clips
Mm.
the stuff.
I just want something for out here, you know, to have like around my neck to point. I just don't want to strain my eyes too much. You know, it's like I can feel it like straining them a little bit.
That's fair, yeah.
It's the darker colors that I'm using. It'd be better if it was like light colors.
I just clip mine above my desk because like my light's in the center of the room, so like I'm literally facing away from it.
Right. Yeah, but your setup, it looks like it's so well lit in there. I'm like, wow, what a great spot.
Yeah,
And you're like, no, it's terrible.
right.
See, looks can be deceiving. I am a little bit slower, but that's okay. Today was the first day that I actually could sit there and crochet and it didn't bother my eye, didn't bother me or anything. And I like worked on this a bunch. I felt like I was zooming through. Now I feel like I'm going so slow.
Oh, this friend on live with me. This is Courtney from Fiberfox Studios. She will be linked. I don't do a good job of putting the link on when I'm live, but she'll be linked down below. She's linked in my other live. But yeah, she's from Fiberfox Studios.
I forget this is not like the StreamYard. I forget there's nothing up there saying what my name is. Totally forgot that part. Hi, for y'all that don't know me, I'm Courtney.
I usually go back in after the live and then I add it. Sorry.
I think I forgot to do that on the last one, but I did have our thumbnail up and everything else. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But now I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I promise. Do the best I can.
Oh, she subscribed to you after all anyway.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Train's about to come, y'all. I can hear it further down.
That's so
Weird
funny
because
until we
people way
started.
down that.
I didn't even know that you were next to a train like that.
I'm really not next to it. It's because of all these like woods. It's so quiet out here,
Oh,
and
it's
we're
just
on
that.
that hill. We're actually like it's the land swoops down towards there. The train tracks is actually built up like on a hump to keep it from flooding when it all floods back here. It's like so
Oh,
weird. but it makes the sound travel. Like I lived closer to a train track in Jacksonville, and I never heard the train because the city, with all the buildings and everything. Yep. Good old Johnny Cash.
The last place I lived in, we lived so close to the train tracks that it rattled the windows.
It doesn't rattle the windows here, but when we used to come up here and camp in
Mhm.
the camper was all the way at the top of the hill, and that train going by, I'm telling you, girl, it vibrates the ground just a little because it's all just sand. And the camper would rock. Like it scared me one time. I was like, is it gonna fall off? Because it's like on bricks or whatever, like set up on the ground. But it could have fallen over. I mean, nothing was holding it up, and it was rocking so bad it scared me. I'm like, is this an earthquake? And this is in Georgia, y'all. We don't get earthquakes. But I thought I was in one. Here it goes.
Hi, little baby.
Maverick in there with you.
Right there.
Hey, little man. That's so scary, Deborah. That is so scary. We only get like hurricanes, not exactly where I'm at anymore, but like back in Florida, like hurricanes is the big thing, obviously. But because you deal with them all the time, like I wasn't super stressed out most of the time, but like an earthquake, my husband says they're terrible too. He lived in Alaska for a while, and so he was in some pretty decent earthquakes in Anchorage, and he said that it is unnervingly scary. He's like, you think your leg is like you're tapping your leg, but then you realize the whole room is going like this. And
Did you
he
say
said,
Alaska?
huh?
You said
Yeah, he went
Alaska?
to Alaska. Yeah, he lived in Alaska for a number of years.
So, like, they get a lot of earthquakes there?
Yes, girl.
I didn't know that.
I think it was back in the 60s. Anchorage like about fell off into nothing. The ground like liquefied and everything. And like the town, like there's Earthquake Park in Anchorage. There's like cars like sticking out of the ground and stuff like where they got buried in because the ground did that liquefaction thing or whatever where it like turned to like basically like mush or whatever, and so stuff got sucked in and things just fell off. They're by the Ring of Fire up there, I guess. So
Oh, wow. Deal, Manuela. We'll try to be entertaining. No, I didn't know that. The only thing I know about, I mean, obviously, I know little bits and pieces of things about Alaska, but the only thing I knew about Alaska was that they have a really high, this is where I found it, but they have a really high alien abduction rate ranking.
right, yeah. And there's like different stories. There's like an owl involved and stuff. There's like one legend, and it's gone on and on. And there is a lot of that up there as well. It's on, um, sensationalized for TV because it makes good TV and entertainment.
They have that town. I forgot what the name of it is, but they have that whole town that basically like disappeared.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
See, she traded tornadoes for earthquakes. Both of those are like ones that I don't want to trade. I don't like either of those because they're like come with a lot less warning. Like a tornado can pop up out of nowhere. Like Just an earthquake can just suddenly start earthquaking. Okay, they don't always have like days and days and days of warning, but like hurricanes, like we know for like a week, it's like heading right for us, and they hype it up every single time, like we're all going to die. It veers off and it's fine, and and someone does get hit, but I mean they do that every single time. But we have plenty of time to plan, so it's not the same. Like to me, both of those are like nightmare fuel. Like I do not like either of those. But down here, you can't go in the water. Like you can't go in the water. People do, but you shouldn't. I don't do water at all. That's the main thing people like down here in the South is like water sports and outdoor activities and stuff like that. Either there's a skinwalker on my roof or the cicadas are back.
Which would you prefer?
Really, cicadas, definitely. Sharks in the water, alligators in the water, sharks in the river. You
Oof.
get bull sharks in the river in Florida, like where I live. You also get dolphins. Those are awesome. That's my favorite part about Florida is driving over water, like over bridges. And if I wasn't driving, if I was a passenger, just to be clear, I would watch the water while we went over so I could see the dolphins jumping out.
I have like this super I mean, like I'm sure a lot of people are scared of sharks, but I have like this unnatural fear of sharks.
Like, okay, so that's where I'm at with alligators.
Oh,
It's absolute nightmare fuel for me.
like
Welcome
especially.
back. We were just talking about fears now. This is an ADHD live stream, okay? And it's okay. We accept ourselves. Yeah. Orcas are supposed to not bother people, but I don't trust it.
There's like both stories about like I mean I don't know. I've heard they're not supposed to, and then I've heard that they do, and then I don't know.
Same thing with whales. Like there was a guy, wasn't it in South Carolina last year or the year before, that got swallowed by the whale. It was an accidental swallowing, but he was swallowed by the whale. He survived. He got out, but for real, like the whale didn't mean to. He was scuba diving, and the whale was trying to catch something else. But I mean, come on, for real, like that is so. Like I'm never getting in the water.
I also discovered I have that whole like I know there's a name for it, but like that whole the fear of like the bigger things in the water. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know
That's
what
me.
it's called, but I know what you're talking about because, no, that is terrifying. I don't
That's,
even want to get on a boat and go. Like I love that those things exist, and I will watch them on the TV.
I find it hard to even like look at pictures or videos of like sea creatures sometimes because mine
Now,
is
I'm
so bad.
fine with that.
But yet I'm super like save the
It's about
whale. You know, like that. I'm very very save the whales and all that, but very like even thinking about it, I'm like,
that's how I am about alligators. My heart rate increases. See, she's saying the orcas just want the seals and the salmon, which I get that. but they are huge and they can disrupt the boats. And yes, like any boat that I could ever have access to would be something they could just totally like flip out of the water.
I can
That's how
understand
I go out. You know, being flipped out of the water. It'd be awful.
that. This big clumsy guys. I could understand that.
Alligators are so sneaky and they're so vicious and they just come out of nowhere. Ugh.
I do
That's
like
why,
octopus. I think they're cute.
say what?
She said octopus are her favorite, and I said I do like octopus. I think they're cute.
They are. They're super cute. There's something flying out here and I don't know. Okay, it's a locust. Go away. Go eat the plant.
That being said, I bet if I saw a giant one, I would think differently.
I don't want it to get on me, okay? Like, and I don't want to kill it either. Like, that's why it's up here because I don't use poison, but y'all are making me rethink this. Go away. It's right there. Just looking at me. I had a spider threaten me earlier. It just came up on the table, and I'm serious, it did threaten me. It came up on the table out here, and it, whatever, like, I don't know, because I don't know what type of spider it was, and it was fairly small, but it was threatening because whatever was coming off the front of it, one of them, at first I thought he was waving at me, like saying like, hi, but then he kept getting closer, and he was like, bah, 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 bah. I'm like, okay, no. I was like, go away. I had to get up and move because I was either gonna have to be a murderer or he was gonna bite me, and I'm not living through that again. The other bite is still not 100% healed. Okay, like it's still got a little ways to go.
Yeah, and you've had enough poison in your system lately too.
Right? Yeah. This place is rejecting me and trying to make me leave, trying to kill me because I won't. I'm like, I love nature. It just hates me. Absolutely hates me. Sends all of its poisonous bugs at me. Grows its beautiful poisonous plants right by my house so I can be like, oh, let me touch this. It's all a trap. Then a dang copperhead up here on me. I'm good. I'm so good.
Hi, you want to come up here and say hi? Come here. Come here. Everybody wants to say hi. Come here. You want to get up here? Come here. Don't be scared. Come on. Come on. Say hi. Say hi. Come here. Come here. Say
Hey,
hi, Mommy.
boy.
Say hi. Oh, that's enough for you? Okay.
He says, I see what's going on. Your hands are busy.
Yeah. He just wanted the attention.
Hello, hello, hello. The legend, Naughty Knitting Sack, has entered the room. Catastrophe. Am I saying that right?
He hears his dad getting ready for bed, so he's like, I may not want anything to do with you, Mom, actually. Hold on.
Right. And Deborah's saying, Heather, I can't do your continuous join. I failed so many times. I can't do any of them though.
Oh.
Any squares. But the join is nuts.
Sometimes, like, I don't know if this is helpful, but, like, the way I came up with mine is I watched a bajillion different videos, and I had to take bits from different videos and kind of Frankenstein their information together to figure out what worked for me. So, like, you might have to do that with different videos, even mine maybe, or whatever, and someone else's, and, like, Frankenstein that information to figure it out. I don't know. I mean, like, if you're really interested, I mean, enjoy it. Because I swear, like, if you hate sewing them together as much as I do, because, like, I had decided with my first granny square blanket that I would never make another one ever, ever, ever again. Just because I'm so not even kidding. I didn't even completely finish my first one. So I was like, I'm
Right.
never gonna do this again. I hate it so much.
Yep. I think we've all been there with some project or another, but man, when you start out with the granny squares and then you realize I have to make 127,000 of these, and I'm gonna sew them all together. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's I don't mind making the squares because I guess because you can make them like I mean if it takes you a year, it takes you a year or whatever because you're making them when you want to make them. But like, oh
Right.
my gosh, sewing, I never want
I
to do.
don't want anything to last that long. Project wise, I really don't. And hello, Angela. Thank you for stopping in with us. If I've missed anybody, I'm sorry. She said, "Oh, Frankenstein, not a fan." See,
That's fair.
crocheting them together is what I usually do. And
See, and
then I
had to figure
make
this out.
something.
I hated the like a lot of people are fans of doing like the like single crocheting it together, but I hated the ridges. No matter what you did, like you got a ridge or something. I hated
Right.
that.
Which I don't like that either all the time. Some projects it works really good on. But what I like is like a lacy join. So I do like a chain 3 thing. So when I start working that round, that's going to be on like all of the squares. So that's the final round and I do the join at that time. And obviously that won't work if you're not wanting holes in the blanket, but on the ones I do, I like the way it looks. So I do like where I chain one and then I attach it to the other square as my second chain, and then I chain again and attach it like with a slip stitch, and I do that. So I'm basically doing a chain 3, so the outer edge gets the chain 3, and I just like skip a stitch and like make a little look. And that's how I join my granny squares, if at all possible. I can't figure out the continuous join. I can't, like, I cannot on anybody. I'm one of those two, so I completely simplify. Lots of people do it though, but I cannot. I cannot.
Hello, man.
He leaving you?
Yeah. Well, David asked me if I wanted him to take him with, and like Maverick likes sleeping in bed, so I was like, you can go with if you want, because they're getting up at like 5 in the morning anyway. I'll probably still be up.
Oh yeah.
And then Maverick hears me talking for a sec, so he's like, oh, and he jumps back out. He has to cause trouble, of course.
Crocheting on a bucket hat with squares. Nice.
I haven't done that yet. I made a couple of bucket hats recently, but I haven't made any with granny squares.
They're super cute. I would like to make one of them lamp shade covers, like what I did with this one, but in granny squares.
I want to make. Have you seen the one in Stranger Things in season 4?
No. Wait a
It's
minute.
I will
Maybe I
have
did.
to get
I might have. I might have.
at Max's house.
Yes. I think that's what I saw that got me on this kick. For real. Like, I don't
I
think I noticed it like the first time, but I rewatched all of those. And I've done that a couple of times now. Like, if I don't, I just want something on for noise while I'm working, like, then I will catch different things as I watch it those repeat times. And I caught it. And then I started making, because first I tried to make a granny square one. And then as soon as I thought about it, there was like a bunch popping up everywhere. And then I made the mistake of searching it. And then it was even more popping up.
it's made from one of those like I had made a tree skirt like it too, where it's like it's kind of a granny square, but it's like a square at the top and it almost flares out bigger at the bottom or something, so it's
Mhm.
rounder. I think. I have to figure it out because I want to make one of those so bad.
Yes, be super cute. Super, super cute.
I don't even know where in my house it's going to be. Yes, I do. It's going to be upstairs in my Stranger Things room. That's obviously where it's going to be.
I love the fact that you have a Stranger Things room. That's not in my future, but I'm glad it's in yours or in your reality right now.
Like eventually it's just going to be an 80s, like a full on 80s Stranger Things room. I know it.
Yeah, I can see that too.
It's
Future,
happening.
right?
It's kind of happening as we go now. I've already started putting some like 80s things in there. I got
Yeah.
a tape.
Your fan? Your fan's
What's that?
down here, isn't it? Your
Yes,
fan?
my fan was right next to me right now, actually. But I've got like my cassette players up there. I've got I found one of the 3 drawer, like the little cassette drawer holder
I know what you're talking about. Oh my goodness.
with the faux wood. I've got one of those that holds all my cassettes. Um, I found this really cool vintage ashtray, which I don't smoke, but and we don't smoke in the house anyway. Even if I did, we wouldn't because of my yarn
Right.
and because of Maverick and everything. Like even if both of us smoked, we wouldn't smoke in the house. But um,
Right.
I am using it for like stitch markers and stuff because it's up in my yarn room. But it's really cool, glass ashtray. So
Hey, that
that's
works.
yeah. It's one of the only like actual 80s type of things I have up there at the moment. So it's there.
You'll have to get some more. No, I'm just kidding.
I totally want some more 80s things.
You get more when you
Oh,
get rid of more.
yes,
And
yes, I
that's
do.
the best way to do it.
Like if David would just let me like get rid of a bunch of the like modern things to get 80s like furniture and stuff, I would
Yeah.
in the actual house. But like in my room, that's what I want to do too. I want to get like some of that. Like I'd like to get a wicker, like one of those wicker cabinets.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that would be so cool.
It's gonna be so easy. You just got to go to garage sales
I
and thrift
know.
stores.
And I've been looking. Let me tell you.
Oh, and just drive by roadside on trash day.
I know stuff everybody wants to get rid of. I'm like, oh, my treasure.
Right.
Working on small brown grannies with cinnamon swirl cakes. I have a lot. I have been using. I don't. I am assuming unless Courtney has a bunch that you're talking to me.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
have been using some of mine. I've been using some of my cinnamon swirls. I gave away some of mine also, in some of my giveaways and things like that because I figured it was a newer yarn, so a lot of people might like to have some. Um, but some of my movie marquee blankets, I've used it in those. Um, I don't remember what all I've used them in, but I really like them. They work up like really squishy and thick. Like they're a pretty thick four. So yeah, I
They're
really like. Hmm?
they're gorgeous. That yarn is gorgeous. I don't have any of it. I don't. I'm still working through what I have.
I've been saving away the two that I really like are the turtle and the I think it's called like surf's up or something, but they're the two that remind me of like 70s colors, and I
I seen.
definitely want.
I know for sure what one of them is because when I went to Michael's to get the yarn thing, umbrella swift for the hanks of yarn, when I was obviously I walked right there to the yarn section, so I looked around a little bit. I didn't buy anything but what I went there for, but I went over to the swirl cakes. I'd never seen them in person. I've only seen them on YouTube, so I was like touching and pushing and all that.
I definitely want to find like the right vintage pattern for those two yarns and maybe mix them together. But yeah, I've been saving those for sure. But I remember I got so mad because they're not mad, I guess, but like frustrated because I thought I had two of this one color that I did not know what to do with. It was like an Eastery color. It was like pink, green, and purple, I think. And it turned out we had a movie marquee challenge, and that became a movie marquee blanket. And it ended up, I was like, well, I have two. So it was like a pretty small pet blanket. And I was like, man, I wish I had more, but it was a limited edition. I didn't have more of it. I refused to go like hunt it down on like eBay or Amazon or something. And
Right.
I ended up going through a freaking horde of boxes, and I found two more after the challenge was done.
Oh no. Oh, that's the worst. I've done something similar. I get like into the project and I believe that I've run out. So I do my patented Courtney switches up a color and different yarn in to finish out. And then after I'm done, there's the yarn that I thought I had that I couldn't find. So I was like, oh, I must be mistaken. And then I
Mm-hmm.
find it out. No challenge involved, but same thing.
Hi, Golden
Hello,
Age.
hello. Welcome in. All right, I've made it to the center, so this is further than I've made it on any other live that we've done. This is the most crochet work that's actually happened. This is a momentous occasion.
So proud.
I'm so proud too. Can't believe I did it. I thought for sure I'd crochet for like 5 minutes and then start talking too much and stop working and not do anything again.
I think I'd have
Yeah,
this second square done if I hadn't had to rip that whatever I did out.
right. That's true.
I
Ate up
think
some
I've
of your
been, yeah, because I've been averaging like 2 squares each live, I think.
yeah, at least two. At the very least.
I don't know if we actually get around to this whole like creepy Appalachia stories. Appalachia.
Both of them are correct. It's correct. Yes, eventually we'll get our act together. Have themed topics. And then we'll still stray off. I mean, that's going to be a normal. I can already assure y'all. It's going to be like, boom, 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 boom. But, you know, and we might circle back to the same topic several times as we think again, you know, of other things that we wanted to say.
Be like giving Maverick a laser pointer.
Right? I want to at least make it through the center point. My head's starting to hurt, so I know it's my eyes are like, "You're done, girl. You're done."
This green is getting. Look at it, it's not even holding up now.
No, it isn't. Not. You are a brave one moving that yarn ball at that stage. Dangerous, girl. Dangerous.
I think I've got one more green square in this row after this one. So yeah, this might be the last row.
It is. It's a gorgeous bright green. It's called lime.
Yes, yep. It's called Vine.
Okay, one. Then I gotta do 3 doubles. Okay. All right.
All
I'm
right,
back on.
good luck, Michael.
Oh, okay. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. You have fun with your filming. Have a good night too. Besides all that. Bye.
Ooh, the train has returned.
Yeah.
Or second train.
Sometimes it's hourly. Sometimes it is multiple times an hour. Welcome to an episode of Train Schedules with Courtney. The freight is moving tonight. I'm telling you, like 1 o'clock, like I'm always racing when I do tutorials and stuff because come 1 p.m., it is like on and popping for the whole rest of the day. Like, so if I'm trying to film from 1 to 5, it's just one train after another, I promise.
Huh.
Oh, that's so cool. That's actually awesome. I love that for you and for him. Fun to keep bringing y'all together. Y'all should be friends.
So, since I've been so obsessed with the whole mimic thing tonight, I read that completely differently.
Oh.
Oh no. Like, I was like,
Heather,
that's
Heather, Heather. That was a good thing. They need to be friends.
not if it's a mimic.
But he's not in it.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, too. We're going to have to do a themed episode to get this out of her system, y'all.
Real.
Are you starting to get paranoid or something? I swear.
I think I've actually ran into a mimic when I was a kid, so like I'm just saying I have personal experience. So
So you're like fascinated because you like realize now
yeah,
that it is maybe something more.
yeah,
I gotcha. I got you, girl.
and they are freaky. Don't like them.
Yeah, we've heard it here. He's heard it here. He reminds me when I come out not to answer anything, not to speak if I hear something speaking.
I did answer it.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah,
There's
yep.
bugs getting my hair now.
I was a little kid when I ran across this one. I mean, it didn't mimic me, so I think that's where I was like safe about it. It mimicked my grandpa,
Right.
so
That's the trap.
yeah, yeah. It was trying to get me to come out. It was like behind our we had like my setup when I was growing up. We had like the house we lived in, and then we had like a guest house, and kind of in between the two, but towards the set back a little bit was like a shed.
Uh-huh.
I'd say it was a garage, but it's not where they parked any cars. It was just like where they kept like stuff.
Just a
And
big rock.
yeah, they called it the shed, but it wasn't like yeah, because it wasn't a garage, I guess. But so like behind the shed is where this thing was calling from, and yeah, I thought it was my grandpa, and I answered it, and it was trying to get me to come back there, and my
Uh-huh.
grandma was coming out from the house, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Grandpa's calling me," you know, and she just got this like dead ghosty look on her face, you know, like she's like, "Get in the house right now." And I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "Get in the house." And so I did, and she's like, where was it? Where is Grandpa calling you? And I was like, behind the shed. And she's like, your grandpa's asleep on the couch. And it had been snowing and everything, and so we looked, and like there wasn't even any like tracks leading out to the shed or anything. Like there was nothing that could possibly have been back there because there was nothing that could have walked out there.
That's
But something was
creepy.
calling, like it called my name and everything. So
I'm not hearing anything like that, but I'm totally getting creeped out, and I swear they're crawling on me. But also, I swear I heard a snort or something,
ooh,
like an animal snort. I'm like, what? If y'all go flying, you just know you're probably landing in a flower bed or on a stair, and I won't be back. Because I'm going to send all of this.
hi Azalea.
Okay, I'm going to show what I'm working on. I'm working on an extension for my Farrahan shawl. So I'm down here working on this in my terrible lighting. And yeah, that's the extension part. So I'm trying to finish this.
I'm working on a granny square summerween blanket. Hopefully getting towards the end of it.
Right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to say 5 more rows to do, about 5 more hours. And I should be done. But I may want to go further. So then it just depends on how far I end up. And I'm going to be bringing out a project I want to finish, which is just a crochet. Oh, I like the modern granny squares. Nice. I'm going to work on, it's a skull pattern by another designer, like a lacy skull pattern. And you had sent me that winter glow yarn like forever ago. And I started off with it in the winter glow, and it was like so pretty. And then I put it aside because I got so busy with the channel. So I'm going to bring that back out and refresh my mind on the pattern that I bought because it's been a while.
Yeah.
And then I will be starting that, and I'm going to crochet that while we're out here. Oh,
That yarn was so pretty too. I'm glad you liked it.
yeah, I loved it. And then I forgot that there was a second one. And today I was organizing the bin that project is in, and like, because there's like extra yarn that had gotten in there, plus like all my swatches from tutorials. I started just piling those in there as like a quick place to put them. So I took and sorted all those out and took them over to the bags that I keep all that in my mom's camper. And then I got all the yarn straightened up. And when I got in there and got to the bottom, I was like, there's a second one. I forgot completely. I'm thrilled. I'll be able to do something else with it. That's what they're being called now. They truly aren't, but they are. Because that's what we call them now. So they are. And it's fine. Big fans of granny squares around here. That's all. I think I'm going to stop here for tonight. I made it. This is where I made it. So I started out at the end of the row. And the row previous, I had 434 total stitches, 217 stitches per side. And I started out, with the whole row. And I made it from the very start of the row to here. So I'm at my center point, and I made it just past it. So that is pretty darn good. It's at least 200 and something stitches.
Very nice.
And being on camera. So I was doing 3 things at once.
Building flying insects.
4 things if you count the fact that Heather always blows me out of the water with her crochet speed. Hey,
No,
I feel that. That's a great thing. I wish I could do it that fast.
really
So
not. If I was doing something like you, I would be not going very fast at all.
okay, I'm gonna close my computer down so that I don't mess up my pattern.
Hello, Saskatchewan.
Oh yay! Hello, hello. Thank you for coming back again and again and again. I appreciate it. I know Heather does too. We appreciate it. Oh, I didn't bring out any stitch markers though. That was a mistake on my part. Let me think. What can I do? Let's see. Trying to think. This is the yarn that I'm adding, so I don't want to squish that up in here. Sometimes that's what I'll do if I don't have a stitch marker is I'll take the yarn ball and I'll stick it in there, but this is so small it's like not going to do me any favors. But I'll pull out my loop like bigger than I need it to be. My working loop, stick the yarn in it and then tighten it down so I won't pull out my stitch and I keep my yarn like kind of close to the project and then I roll it up usually. I can't do that with this. I end up really regretting that. I'm just going to be extra careful. And then I'll probably bring out stitch markers and have some like hanging on the lamp from here on out, just in case I do this again and forget. I like seriously have like a billion stitch markers in there because I spent a whole entire week of my life just making stitch markers because that's what I wanted to do. Oh, we got British Columbia and Saskatchewan up in the hizzy. Canadian folks are here. Neighbors to the north, which Heather's my neighbor to the north too. Y'all are all so far away to me in lands that get real snow. It snowed once here. I was in a parking lot. I'm from Florida. I was in a parking lot, luckily in a very small town, so I wasn't run over. I was completely caught off guard by the snow that started falling, and it was real snowflakes. I saw them. It was sparks. It wasn't like what y'all see, but I was freaking out, like absolutely freaking out. I'm like, it's snow! I'm screaming in the parking lot again in a small town. I'm standing there like the wonderful life, like sitting around in the snow. I mean, just in complete disbelief. Luckily, I was with someone, so I was talking to somebody saying, like, I'm like, it's snowing. But then I start telling total strangers.
I picture you like Jack the Pumpkin King. Like what's this? What's this?
They completely did not know what to even say to me, other than like, yeah. Luckily, small towns are friendly. That's the only snow I saw, and it melted as soon as it hit the ground. And looking good, girl.
Well, thank you.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm looking good too.
It's an okay. It's an okay width. Because that'd be the width and oh, yeah, make it a square. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, no, it'd be 5 by 6 if I do that. I can't
Okay,
stand.
you can't stand the square ones.
I was like, no, we got to figure something out if that's square. I could do rectangles.
I made a square, either like a square blanket. There's not enough blanket there for me. I like a rectangle too. I want to be able to do exactly what you're doing and like flop it down my legs to
Yep.
keep myself warm.
Like honestly, if I get this side down and I can make it 5 by 7, I'll probably make it 5 by 7. Because right
Thank
now
you.
it'll make it 5 by 6.
You will get it. It's really, when it clicks, it clicks. When the time is right, it will click for you. That's just how it is.
Oh, I'm with you though. I have yet to conquer mosaic.
You got to try first, though.
I tried
I'm
once.
just saying.
I tried once.
I'm getting the impression that she might have tried.
I tried one little. I don't even remember what it was. It was like a long time ago.
Yeah. It's
I
one of
don't
those
remember.
things you have to want to do it. You know, I mean, I don't care. Like, if nobody else, I don't care. If you don't ever do it, it doesn't, I don't care. It's up to you. Like, no pressure is what I'm trying to say.
I do
I
want to
love
do
it,
it
but you don't
eventually.
have
Like I will never be a grand scale master like you. I will just hand you
I'm not a
that
master.
crown.
I'm not
But
a master.
right. But
I'm a lowly peasant, and I barely
right,
know anything. Took
right.
me years to figure this out. Years. It's all good though. I know that you look at. I know you liked Gothica, Sixel Designs.
Yeah.
I bought that pattern because I'm making it for my daughter for her
Yeah,
Christmas present.
I cannot wait to see that when you do it.
Oh yeah, I am so excited. I want to start that, but I'm gonna do one other thing. I'm gonna finish that skull project. I'm gonna finish that. That was technically for her too, and I just didn't finish it. Yeah, it's so easy to get addicted to this stuff. That's the only thing. This is my crochet crack. I'm gonna get us banned. Sorry. Courtney has no filter. Bad behavior. Oh, you're making hooks. Making hooks. Where can I peruse? Where can I see? It's available to the masses or just for your own personal stash? I happen to be a collector. I'll check it out. I'm not going to promise to do it tonight because I should go to bed. When we get off here, I need to jump in the shower and go to sleep. But tomorrow, as a matter of fact, I'm going to make myself a note because I really do want to see. I'm very visual. I love to see stuff. I'm going to make it right here on my pattern because I'm definitely coming back to this tomorrow. If anybody gets a copy of this and it has something that you don't understand, this is why. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that. I'll see it. Okay. I'm going to turn it a purple color so it'll jump out at me. Got this. Okay. Oh, I think I would probably get in trouble. Crochet crackle. I might get in trouble, but I'd do it. Like, I would totally do it. Nice, nice. Let's get that shameless plug in there because I think that is a very, very reasonable price. For sure. So, totally.
Oh, sort of.
Y'all see me?
I see
Is
you.
it a new live?
No.
Okay. That was so creepy. Anyway, so Golden Age Crochet custom hooks, $30 USD, including the shipping to the States, the United States. I'm sure the Continental. Lower 48. That is an awesome price. Are we allowed to drop links? Are they allowed to drop links in here?
I
My
don't know.
internet went out. I lost power, so everything went out.
I don't know if it'll let them or not.
Okay. Well, I'll go find it tomorrow, and then I'll be sharing. Hopefully, somebody will start. I've been putting a lot of stuff on there. I bet I froze with like the worst face, and that'll be the thumbnail. Did you do our thumbnail on here
I will
when
be
you were
after
setting it
that.
up? Did you? Okay. Yeah, with Canada and stuff, it's some custom forms. They're so nerve-wracking to have to fill that out, like with the customs forms and then the extra cost of the shipping. Like I sent a very small box with a crochet hook up to Canada, and it was like the smallest priority mailbox. So what we would send in the States here for like $4, or just under $4 at the time. That was like $30, I want to say, to Canada. Something like that. It was pretty pricey.
The shipping between the U.S. and Canada is easy.
Oh, we have to make somebody a mod, and I don't think I've made you a mod or you made me a mod. So I have to fix that because nobody can drop links. Oh, you're in Canada. That's right. So you offer the same exact already for the people, like, or you're trying to work on getting something. What? That's crazy. That is crazy. It's cheaper for you to send stuff to us than it is within your own country. What? That does not make any sense at all. That is crazy. Is y'all's postal service going broke too? I think that's what the problem is with the prices here. Wow, that is nuts. Gas tax. I've done fuel tax before for like commercial vehicles, so I'm aware of like extra taxation on stuff that's already being taxed. But yeah, no. I know with the gas tax because Antoinette, she's in New Brunswick, and she has talked about like the crazy prices y'all are paying up there for your gas and everything. And she tried to explain gas tax to me too, like how that works for y'all. And I was just like, blah, blah, blah. I can't wrap my head around it. Hi,
Hi, Bella.
Bella. crazy. So it's cheaper to get something to the border where the postal service here takes it over. That is crazy. And that's a thing because like with small business and everything right now anyway, it's so difficult. Like the shipping costs can really eat you up. And it can also be a deterrent for people to actually purchase things. Because obviously nobody wants to pay shipping. But it's impossible to do when you're a small business most of the time. We are lovely. Heather's making a concerned face.
Oh, I'm just fiddling with moderate. I don't know how.
I know I have moderators for other I have moderators on there on my channel. So I've done it before. I can find it tomorrow and tell you what to do.
Okay.
I will help you. Right? It's a lot of
Where did
taxes.
even
They get us here too. They get us here on the taxes too. If they just hide it, it's not all up front. The way it is with you guys in Canada, y'all know what it is, but here it's a little bit different. This sneaky. Right. Right, exactly. That's how can you be like local business and then you can get it cheaper in the States? That is nuts. Yeah, I don't blame you. Don't blame you there at all for thinking about it that way and everything. Like it's just like, what do you do? How do you handle that? Yeah, we don't get any services for taxes. You can hover over the name. Kay says that you can hover over the name in the chat and make it a moderator. Then do a right click.
um I think I found out how to I can be the moderator, but I think you can do that out.
Yeah, the United States sometimes is more like an episode of Jerry Springer. Y'all familiar with that up there? The way things go on here, sometimes or I can only imagine what it looks like to everybody else watching. I'm a managing moderator for this channel.
And I think Kay is now too. Did I break you?
I This is gonna be like 3 different lives on your channel. That's so funny. Okay, I missed something. I went to hit. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. I went to hit okay that she had made me a moderator. Somehow ended up leaving. I thought I hit okay. I left the whole chat. I ended up on the live on YouTube watching a frozen Courtney that looked something like this. Uh,
I had you going, hi Cynthia, by the way, while I was messing around with that.
I shouldn't be allowed on the internet after a certain time of night. Can't work it no more.
Alright, I
Okay,
made
I'm
you
sorry.
moderator, so
I'm very sorry. I keep hitting it and messing us up. Right? This priceless screenshot. I'm good for that. These are how I'm a meme. I'm gonna get turned into a meme for one of these. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Are you stopping crocheting?
No, I'm sorry. I was fiddling, so I was just watching the chat for a minute. Sorry. Sorry, I'll get back to crocheting.
My eyes can't take no more. I'm good. Just gonna look at it. Gonna sit here all weird. How long have we been on total? I can't tell anymore since I've messed up several times.
I
What
made
time
all
is
of this yarn barf out of the orange one, so I was like, well, I guess I probably am gonna have to crochet that whether I'm on or off camera at this point. So
100 minutes? We've almost been on for 2 hours. Or
oh,
we know. Really? I have
I
to get
guess
up at
we
6 a.m. What time is it?
if people were around, we were gonna stick and do around. So we're doing around.
It's true. We've been having a lot of fun. All right, I hate to be the party pooper, but I really do have to go. And it's been a lot of fun. Now, Heather, you can totally stay on and continue to talk. Don't let me stop you.
I better
But
go too. I'm kind of dumb over here.
yeah, I'm like, brain's not functioning. The brain's not braining. I gotta get a shower real quick and then off to bed. But it's been a lot of fun.
It has been, and we'll be around. Are we gonna do Thursday on your channel?
Yes. Yes, we will. We
All right.
will. We're gonna keep on keeping it going. We're on
Yeah.
a streak. So we're gonna keep our streak going.
Yay. So, all
And
right. We'll
I
be on
might come up with a topic. I might not. We'll just wait and see.
knows with us.
I don't want to promise anything because I might not deliver. Expect very little and you'll never be disappointed.
You guys have a good night too. Thank you, Azalea.
Thank you all for coming. Have beautiful, wonderful, sweet dreams. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And bye, everyone. I really enjoyed it. Hope to see y'all on Thursday over on my channel. Bye. Thank you, Heather. Bye, Kay. Bye, everybody. Bye, Cynthia.